It's nice to be able to eat lunch together like this.
No matter how much we get along, remember, Agent Morgan is a member of a different organization, and I doubt he'll be of much help with the case.
Come on, George, be nice.
It's okay, I'm used to it. This is the typical reaction of most local sheriffs who are really good at what they do when the FBI comes to help with a case. I understand the mentality completely. We've all seen it on TV, but it happens in real life all the time.
So George is the defensive home turf sheriff?
Yes, definitely.
And the FBI agent is going to make the sheriff look bad, just like the TV shows?
That's not what I mean, George. When you're good at what you do, you tend to defend your work aggressively. You simply displayed a perfectly natural reaction.
A natural reaction?
Thomas, you've outdone yourself again. The food was delicious, as expected. Amazingly good. Well, thank you. That ham salad was fantastic. I wish the boys at HQ could get a taste of it.
Really? I can give you some of the ham. It's homemade.
Homemade ham. Amazing.
My mother taught me how to make them. I have some homemade pickles, too. I was just...
That's enough, Thomas. We're very busy. Agent Morgan, stop wasting time around here and let's get over to the hospital.
Yeah, we'd better get going. We'll see you there.
Get this all cleared up and get back to work.
Yes, sir.
I'm impressed again, Zach. It must be very peaceful here. A law enforcer with the time to make ham at home. Simply amazing.
Fantastic cooking, Thomas.
Thank you.
Good, wholesome cooking like this in the workplace every day? George, you've got the good life here.
I've been cooking here every day since I started. Only natural that I'd improve.
How about your cooking, Emily?
Oh, her cooking is pretty good. But it isn't for two-legged animals.
Oh, did you hear that, Zach? Not for two-legged animals. I'll have to remember that.
Okay. Finish up. We need to meet the twins over at the forest park.
That's right. Agent Morgan, that's enough for today. Stop your giggling and let's get back on track.
Yes, of course.
So, what exactly do you want to talk to everyone about?
This case goes deeper than you think. The townfolk may have heard about the murder, but they don't understand it. It's a very dangerous situation, and I need to warn them properly. I hope most of them are decent enough to come.
No problem there. Emily has made all the arrangements.
I've told everyone to gather around between 1500 and 1700.
Great. Reminds me of a film I saw recently. The town is under attack by aliens, and so the mayor calls all citizens to the town hall to warn them. However, seeing this, the aliens attack the hall and wipe them all out together.
Is that relevant, Agent York?
The way they kill is fantastic. They used a combination of balloons and meat socks for exploding heads. Those aliens start firing their death rays and heads start popping. Splat. Really quite something.
Agent York, some of us are trying to eat here.
I know, Emily. I'm one of them. Well, anyway, your cooking is the best, Thomas. Thank you.
No problem.
Agent York, have you ever eaten sushi? It's Japanese.
Sushi? Yes, many times. I visit a sushi bar almost every day when I work in New York. I really like sushi.
I ate it for the first time the other day. It does taste good, doesn't it? I believe it's a dish that even I could make.
What?
Sushi? That's raw fish on top of rice, right? What the hell is there to really like about that? I don't see what's so good about it.
Then why don't you try it sometime? It really is delicious. What kind of topping do you like, Agent York? I think I like salmon the best.
Yes. A nice fatty piece of salmon is always nice. I like tuna, too.
Impressive, Thomas. But then I'd expect no less. Now, tuna is a great choice. Simple and plain, easy to eat. I like lobster best. I think its texture when raw is simply fantastic.
Salmon, tuna, and now lobster? You eat all these raw? I can't believe it. There must be a more tastier topping than that.
Oh, yeah? Well, what would work for you? Tell me, George, what kind of sushi topping would you like?
Okay, hold on a moment. How about French fries and ketchup?
Oh, disgusting.
I'd never eat that.
I take it you agree?
Well, George, how about pineapple?
Tell me, Agent York. You fly all over the country, right? So, what's the strangest thing you've ever eaten?
Good question. Well, this country isn't really known for bizarre cuisine, so I can't really think of anything that would knock your socks off. But the soft-shell crab I ate in Williamsburg was pretty good. And then there was the paddlefish caviar in Mississippi. Both of those were quite amusing.
Wow. Just the names sound delicious.
I'll have to pass if all you can say about them is amusing.
Emily, I've eaten some pretty strange things myself, you know.
You, George? Such as?
Fried cicada.
Cicada? As in the insect?
Of course. It was pretty good, too. The cicada population in these parts tends to explode every 17 years or so. It's a special recipe for such times. That's when I ate it. The whole town was infested with cicadas.
I'm glad to say I haven't experienced this cicada population explosion.
Which means it's been at least 10 years since George last tasted cicada. Let's hope this population explosion doesn't happen while we're here, Zach.
Thomas, have you ever eaten Emily's cooking?
What?
Hey! What exactly are you asking?
I was just wondering what you thought of her cooking, that's all. You know, perhaps an unbiased opinion of one who is himself a fantastic chef. So how about it? Have you eaten her cooking?
I have. Just once.
And how was it?
Well, that's not an easy question.
Honesty is the best policy.
How can I say this?
Cut it out, Agent York.
He's pleading the fifth. He has the right to remain silent. Don't try and force him to say something. He has the right to an attorney.
George, and what are you trying to say?
Anything I say may be used in a court of law. Let's just let the topic of Emily's cooking go, okay?
I can't do that, George. I want to know. I guess it's just my curiosity. So tell me, Thomas.
Well, for lack of a better word, let's just say it's Amazon-style cooking.
Ah, that was well said. I'm impressed.
Oh, you were lacking words, were you? Ugh, let's get back to work.
You know, this doesn't taste good today.
That's not true. Guys, Thomas made us a fine lunch, as always. We should at least try to enjoy it.
You're right. We shouldn't be moping around, even more so in times like these.
I agree with Agent Morgan. Being so stressed out about our progress will only lead to mistakes. We should enjoy lunch. That's the very least we should do. As they say, the early bird catches the worm.
Sheriff?
George, you probably mean laugh and grow fat.
Yes, well, okay. Since we're all smiling again, let's get back to work.
That Willie is one smart pooch, isn't he?
He certainly is. And speaking of smart, those twins are pretty bright too. Birds of a feather play together.
Willie? Oh, you mean Kaysen's dog? Well, a smart dog is still a dog. A human is obviously a lot smarter.
You really think so, George? I can think of a few police dogs that do a better job than their coworkers.
You're right. And dogs have no ambitions nor prejudices either.
Well said, Emily. They can be just as smart or smarter than humans at times.
Can we stop talking about dogs now? Some of us are trying to eat.
George, let me guess. You're scared of dogs?
Well, you see...
Not another word, Thomas.
Yes, sir.
Nothing to be ashamed about, George. We all have our weaknesses.
Like me. I can't stand spiders myself. Just looking at one makes me cringe. Those movies with them scare me too.
Like Spider-Man?
No, I was talking about, arachnophobia.
No need to get all defensive now, is there, Zach? I thought both of them were pretty good, actually.
How's Nick doing?
Well, he keeps saying that he didn't do it.
I see.
Do you think he... Diane?
The evidence at the scene would suggest so. But this third party who knocked him out makes things more complicated.
Ugh.
What's the matter?
What is this? This tastes different.
Really? Oh, I'm sorry. I've got the mustard and peanut butter mixed up.
Thomas, you having a bad day? It's not like you.
You've been working just as hard as us recently. You must be tired.
Not really. Please, I'll make these over.
What? Why? It doesn't taste bad. In fact, it tastes pretty good to me. I thought about ordering in, but... What's with the face? I think my cooking turned out pretty good today.
Okay, great. Sudden crisis. What should I do, Zach?
I might not be a wonder chef like Thomas, but I do practice every day. Well, come on, tell it to me straight.
Emily,
Yes, what?
I went into the sewer once during an investigation.
Okay, just stop right there. For God's sake, I wonder where Thomas went. George has been looking for him all day. Do you think he left town?
I doubt it, Emily. Running away will not free him from his anxieties, and he knows it. I'm sure he is hiding away somewhere, just thinking things over.
Think so? You don't know him that well. What makes you so sure?
My career focuses on finding people. Actually, I need to change the subject and ask you something.
What can I help you with?
It's about the gravekeeper, Brian. I'd like to know more about him.
You mean Brian the Insomniac?
Insomniac?
Yeah, he's working both day and night in the graveyard. No one has ever seen him sleep. And that's why we call him Brian the Insomniac. I heard that he owns a large house downtown, but he never seems to go home. He's always just in the graveyard. I guess he's a strange one, even for this town.
I I see. Then he is an insomniac. We shouldn't have any trouble with the graveyard closing up then, Zach.
Emily, thank you. I've got to get going.
Hey, York. I've just finished getting everything ready.
I'll eat out today. We'll eat lunch together soon, okay?